Hello and what is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Miguel. You're watching Miguel EDC, the channel where we talk everything EDC gear here. Today we're checking out the Tomb, right? T-O-M-B, the Tomb, a Bradley Diaz design. 3.21 inches there on the length. And if I zoom in, you're going to be able to see that in 4K definition. Nitro V Blade Damascus G10, black on BK handle button lock. Let's find out what this is all about. The Tomb should be an interesting one based on the pictures that I've seen. This is, of course, a Kizer release here for February 2025. And of course, this guy and every other knife that you see in this video will be linked down below. If you're interested in checking prices, availability, variants, definitely check those links in the pinned comments and the description of the video. Right, here we go. There's the knife, and that's already looking interesting. Let's see what else we got in the box. We got an Action for You sticker there with a Kizer koala. We got some additional hardware there in typical Kizer style. They're absolutely doing a killer job. Not only do they give you TA hardware, but they also give you spare hardware as well. Other companies should take note what Kizer is up to here. You got the little, warranty, QR codes and whatnot if you guys want to check those out. And the wiping cloth as well with the Kizer brand, right? Typical stuff there. In the unboxing experience, also got this new innovation, respect sharing, right, kind of logo going around, and it is part of their Vanguard series. So if you guys are ready, I'm ready. Let's see here. We got the tape plastic little wrapping here, and whoops, that thing almost went flying. The Tomb, and the first thing that comes to mind here is this thing is shaped like a coffin, right? I mean, it definitely has the coffin shape to it, and kind of looks like Dracula is about to pop out of here, or zombie's gonna pop out of here at some point. I know there's some versions where you can actually see through the scales, and you can actually see the liners inside are cut out in such a way when you can see the bones, and it kind of looks like a human skeleton throughout, which is very, very interesting. We have the black and blue. That's what they meant, probably. Black and blue. There we go. BLBK. Black and blue G10 handle. This one has the sort of topographic look to it. Reminds me a little bit of the orange version that we got on the Kizer Momo. This is the budget Momo that was released just last month, and that's a good way to add some personality, right, to the G10. Instead of making the same old boring stuff, make it something unique, something different. You guys let me know your thoughts on this style G10 down in the comments. You like it, you love it, maybe not so much, let me know. Back to the Tomb here, right? It is a button lock, it looks like a plunge lock button lock. We have a front flipper deployment. Let's see what else we got. A deep pocket carry clip that is not reversible. So not reversible in this guy for some reason. That is interesting. Okay, so not reversible deep pocket carry clip, even though this could be a very ambidextrous style knife. But let's go ahead and get this thing deployed. I know that's what you're here for. I'm also excited. Here we go. Front flipper for the win. Okay, hold on. We could do a little better than that. Bam. All right, that was a little bit more satisfying. Man, that is an interesting blade shape. We got a drop point blade. Let's go ahead and give it a nice little wipe here. The Tomb from Kizer, right? Flat grind, almost a full flat grind, stone wash finish on this blade. All right, let me give you guys a close up here so you can take it in. All right, flat grind, stone wash finish. They also did their own plunge grind situation there, apart from the finger choil there, so that's interesting. We got the Kizer logo on this side. Then we have the Tomb Nitro B, and I'm guessing that is Bradley Diaz logo right there for the collaboration. Nitro V steel, which of course is like a step above D2 and 14C28N. Let's go ahead and test out the plunge lock button lock. Let's see. All right, this is brand new out of the box, so obviously I got to calibrate for it a little bit. All right, drop shot action there. Boom, bam. Yeah, a plunge lock in the traditional, right? Plunge lock button lock in the traditional sense, in that a cylinder, is under spring tension and then locks in. Right, kind of holds the blade there, locked in place while open, right? Also kind of creates a little bit of a detent situation, even though we don't have a detent ball, right? So for a front flipper, also being a plunge lock button lock, definitely gotta kind of tune it, but that's pretty sweet. Reach around is also pretty good. Inside of the index finger, that's also pretty good. So those are your main deployment options there. So you're gonna have, there we go. So those are your main deployment options there. You're gonna have the button lock itself, and you're gonna have the front flipper, right? One thing for sure though, Kizer definitely knows how to make a good front flipper, right? That is for sure. Let's check the ergos, right? I'm able to get a full purchase on this coffin looking handle. And I'm pretty good here away from the button. If I forward choke, I would have to go out of my way to try to push the button on myself, which I probably wouldn't want to do that, right? But it's a little unnatural. Like, I'm obviously doing it on purpose to prove a point, but we do have a very nice finger choil there. Plenty of jimping. Check out the amount of jimping from here to here. That is jimping for days. Put your thumb here, 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 anywhere, right? And you are good to go there, nice and ready to get some cutting tasks done, checked off your list. One thing though, I'll give you some measurements because I think the blade to handle ratio is something on this one. So we're looking at like 7.5 inches. Out of that, maybe like 3 point, what does the buck say? The buck says 3.21 inches on the blade, but then your handle is about almost 4.5, like 4.35, 4.4 inches. So you definitely got some handle there compared to a smaller blade in this guy. Something to consider there, right? But yeah, definitely allows you to forward choke. You get better control of the blade when cutting. The handle's also nice and chamfered all around, which is good. And I really wish you guys could see the liners. It doesn't really look as good on this particular model as some of those other see-through, but you can see the milling on the inside, right? You can see kind of the rib cage, the arms, the, you know, sort of pelvis, if you would, you know, the waist and kind of the legs, all kind of bone style. And the pivot will be the head. So it's kind of like a skeleton inside of the coffin, right? And that all creates the tomb from Kizer, right? So interesting, very, very interesting. That's a little bit of an Easter egg. You wouldn't know otherwise unless you get a see-through handle material, which this one is not, or you kind of to pay attention to what's going on with the liners in there. But yeah, let's do some size comparisons here, right? Let's pull out a few from Kizer. Check out the Bamboo. This one also is coming in February of 2025. It's a little bit of a shorter design, narrower design at the same time. Here is the Mini Mystic from Kizer. This one was released a month ago in January. All right, take a look, about the same size, right? But you do get a little bit more handle there on that one. All right, this one is a crossbar lock. I have unboxing and overview videos for all of these here in the channel. And speaking of front flippers and how Kizer definitely knows how to make a good one, check out the Budget Momo. Right, I showed you guys the similar G10 finish on that one with the orange. That is the full-size Budget Momo, and here's the new Mono Mini Momo, right? Also very comparable in size, maybe a tad bit shorter than the Tomb. Guys, take a look there for yourself. And of course, I'll have all these linked down below so you guys can check them out. Check prices, availability, variants, and all that good stuff. But let's do a few more here. The usual suspects in the channel. We got the Yojimbo 2. We got the Manix 2. That's actually very comparable to the Yojimbo 2. It's actually a little shorter than the Manix 2. Take a look. Here's that Demko AD 20.5, which is going to be a little shorter in size. Here's the smaller brother, the Shark Cub. Right? That's also going to be smaller as well. Here we have the Tenable Fenrir. Very awesome budget offering from Tenable, and also a great offering here from CJRB, the Pyrite Light. Can't go wrong with any of these, honestly, if you're looking for your next budget knife. And here's the Vosteed Corgi, right, a little bit shorter, and the Fintiso Parrot, right. Both of those are going to be maybe a hair shorter than the Tomb, right. What these have in common is that most of the blade does tuck into the handle for the most part. Right? You can see that in the Corgi. The entire blade tucks in. Same thing in the Bamboo, by the way. Bamboo is pretty CEO-like in that the blade also tucks in completely, and very similar situation here with the Fintiso Parrot. All right, so now time for the scientific test. Let me put my tinfoil hat on, and I got a piece of textbook paper here. We said this is Nitro V. Is it hair shaving Nitro V? Well, yeah, I mean, look at that. Got some hair in there. That is for sure. I'll tell you, Nitro V is one of those steels that just comes very, very sharp from the factory. I did the same thing back when I unboxed the Civivi Vision FG, and that one was on Nitro V. And yeah, this is talking like razor sharp out of the box. So see here, we got some swirls there. Definitely getting some swirl going on there on this guy. So it has a pretty toothy edge. Full slices. Oh, absolutely. That is one thing you can count on. These knives are going to come really, really sharp out of the box, without a doubt. So, I mean, obviously it's going to cut some paper. That's not proving much, but you'll be surprised. So from time to time, I get a little bit of a lemon here on the channel, and they can't even cut paper for some reason. But what about some cardboard, right? This is a single wall piece of cardboard. Remember, when cutting cardboard, don't cut perpendicular, but rather at an angle. And it's going to look something like this. Here we go. I got my forward choke position there. Bam. Boom. Yep. Yep. Flat grind putting in work. And it's also in that stone wash finish, so you know if you get markings or streaks on it or what have you, right? That's going to be okay because it already has, you know, all the scratches built in, if you would. But yeah, that is a pretty sharp edge right there. You guys rate it in the comments on a scale from 1 through 10. How sharp is this guy? How good is that factory edge? As I kind of tune in to how much flick of the wrist this guy takes to flip it open here with the button. By the way, no button stick or anything on this guy, which is good. I've had a few button locks here in the channel recently that just have additional button stick for some reason, but not the case here. But yeah, let me know, 10 being the sharpest. You guys rate it in the comments. Well, there you guys have it. That is the Tomb from Kizer, a February 2025 release. They also just released the Bamboo as well. By the way, all of these should be available at the time of this video being posted as a brand new release, so definitely check them out. And kind of going back to January release, check out the Mini Momo if you haven't already as well. Kind of brings the whole size of the Momo to a more smaller, more carryable EDC size. So check them out. I'll have videos on your screen here so you can check those videos next. All these are linked down below in the description as well. If you got value out of the video, smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm. Also, please consider subscribing. I promise you it'll be worth coming back for more. Shout out to Kizer for sending these out for me to check out and share with you guys. Shout out to my Patreon supporters and channel members for supporting what I do here. You guys can support the channel on Patreon or here on YouTube by becoming a channel member. You guys will get access to exclusive perks. If you made it to the end, you're awesome. Thank you so much for hanging out with me here. I love and appreciate every single one of you guys. Take care, and I'll see you on the next video, either this one or this one. Peace.